Hell yeah. I'm wishing this was live because reading my shows would be so much more relevant if this was live. Also, I thought of like just several. I've been watching a lot of old Saturday Night Live, like the first ones. I'm on a big Gilda Radner like fix right now, and a big Jane Curtin fix, and it's like, oh man, we would do so much more sketch if we had the time and money. I will say, from editing videos, and like props to all of you who do. How do you do anything else? Because like I'm seriously watching milliseconds so I could add some fucking effect or take out some like that I did. I'm definitely not ready for any sort of prime time, I could say, from editing. I would be a pain in the ass to edit. It is a good thing I am having to experience editing my own material before giving it to someone else to edit, because believe you me, it's not that I hate editing, but as soon as I don't have to, as soon as I make enough to give it to someone else to do, I'm not gonna edit my own shit. But right now we are where we're at, which is our mama's house and also our dad's house. It's a double income household, but they are let's see, they are Diak, double income adult kid, Diad. Oh, because I am definitely a still at home daughter. But shows coming up. So 11/22, River Rock Brewery in Galt. That's this Friday. I have no idea when I'll have this edited so that we're hearing, because again, I do everything myself. I work as a secretary. I work as a full-time secretary with the state. And like, just so you know, like I shirk duties and I half-ass all of this. That's why my spirit animal is a mule. I'm half-assing all of this. So I work for the state. I also do comedy. I am somewhere, like, technically I've headline punchline. My phone was broken, so it was we were all out of reality. At least I was out of reality, so it didn't matter where anyone else was. But totally headline punchline. I am somewhere. I'm like, oh no, I'm a fucking amateur comic. Hell yeah. Laughs. I am definitely an amateur and up and coming to pro comic. So I have that, and then being a secretary, and then I also have being an amateur and up and coming comic, with bad spending habits and yeah, with poor money and time management skills, means that how I'm editing my own videos. Like, God bless if I get one of these sets filmed again. That alone, because that's another thing. So I'm deeply crazy, if you haven't been able to tell from these videos. Fucking insane. I battle really hard with mental illness. It has been most of my life. As soon as it clicked in, I gave into it. Like, as soon as depression kicked into my mind, I didn't even argue with it. I was like, yes, this is the way it's supposed to be. Let's be depressed. I was like 9. And so that makes me slow. I think it's the combination of autism and ADD making me feel like I just could not fit into any sort of box. So then I tried to get small because I was like, well, now I can fit into any box. So I developed an eating disorder. That also, just healing from that takes a lot of time. I will disassociate so that I can get ready and get past meal times. It is like insane. So, and I don't even have children. I don't even have a relationship. But my biggest responsibility is a backpack. And again, like, God bless, every single day I somehow make it home with that backpack. It's my only responsibility. Oh, and now we're getting to winter time. We're getting into winter time. So I'm about to go into the 2 jacket phase. So most likely Laughs Unlimited will be babysitting another 3 or 4 jackets for me. That's where I'm going tonight. Laughs Unlimited for family and friends bingo. Hell yeah. Laughs Unlimited makes me feel like a winner, a funny winner. Thank you, Laughs Unlimited. If I die and wake up in the miniature in Laughs Unlimited, because if you walk right in, they have a little miniature of a stage with a stool, I would be happy. I'd like, just feed me crumbs and drops of alcohol. Just little drops of vodka, Red Bull. I would be like just so happy in that little miniature forever. 11/22, River Rock Brewery. That's in Galt. That's by Elk Grove. So many good schools in Elk Grove. I worked in Elk Grove. I went to school in Elk Grove. I taught in Elk Grove. I will say that everything they throw at education, the teachers and students in Elk Grove try their goddamn best to overcome it. It is just a rough world out there. That's why I can't be the only one feeling how hard it is all the time. Trying to edit these clips, just watching down to milliseconds so that I can edit out some stupid or already. And for everyone who watches this and edits videos, that's impossible. There's no way you could watch this and edit videos. It's just too time consuming. You've learned how to stop time. 11:23 Flamingo House. My OOT of the day is matching all kinds of outerwear. I'm layering in camo and plaid. I haven't smoked today. Finding my box of makeup. Found it. I know, I'm trying all the different angles because I really want live to take me back. I know it's a breakup with Instagram, but I do want them to take me back onto live. I don't think they will. Like, it's like a glitch with Instagram, but it's like them pretending it's a glitch when really they're just like, we don't need all these people. But someday Instagram is going to be like, oh my God, we want to give you so much live. We're so sorry we banned you. All your angles have just been fire. We have someone over, so the dog is going to add some background noise. I'm not going to edit it out for this, but if I do it for the clips, I will be editing it out. I definitely know how to edit out barks from the background. And thank you, CalCap. Thank you, CalCap, for making it easy to edit barks out of the background. They are an app, like if you're going to pay per month for a video editing app, I would say do 4 of them so you can make your videos extra cute. And then all of a sudden, all of this being a poor comic who has to do all their own editing and still works a whole ass day job that I honestly could work harder at. I just worked so hard my first few years there. Like, I was the only person during COVID who was forced to come into the building every single day. And I had a boss who was crazy and old and about to retire. And I think maybe a little suicidal because she made us sneak into our building when it was closed down for quarantine. And I told her I was scared to. And because she was like, you're going to have to sneak around the building. Call me as soon as you get here so I could just, we were literally sneaking into a state building. And I was like, I feel uncomfortable doing this. And she took a bunch of my vacation time, or she threatened to. And I just snuck in because I didn't want to use that vacation time. But then later, I found out it was the most blessed choice, even though it felt like absolute gut-wrenching pain in the moment. It was a good choice because I hadn't done comedy yet, and once I started comedy, I was able to use the vacation that my ex-boss would have taken from me if I had been too pussy to go into the quarantine building. And I will say, I didn't get COVID. I didn't test, but I didn't get it. I mean, I didn't get any symptoms. So I guess she was right. Do I hope she got it? Oh, fuck yes. Fuck yes, I hope that bitch dead now. I'm kidding. That would be, too nice. I wish I got it and I was dead now. And she was out here just making choices every goddamn day. Making choices about how to balance her time between comedy and day job and editing actual videos. Because you're poor and you have to do everything yourself. And it takes 5 apps with monthly subscriptions to edit your videos. No, it doesn't take 5, but it probably takes damn near 5, but it's on me. Because I love this. I'm loving this life. And I'm loving it and I'm doing it. 11:23. I'm at Flamingo House, the most beautiful house in Sacramento. It's pink. There's flamingos. It matches me. Am I wearing pink that day? I think I planned my outfit for that day, and I think I'm going to replan my outfit for that day because I'm not seeing any pink in my planned outfits. I'm seeing a lot of fall and blue. Actually, oh yeah. Not only is it not pink, it's not even cute. It's not sexy. I'm dressing like a child girl on a playground on Flamingo House Day. I might need to redo that so that I'm more suitable for one of the prettiest houses in Sacramento, Flamingo House, where I'm doing jokes this Saturday. There's a ticket link It is. So I just pinned some posts I did, but what I really should, the pinned list of my things. It's on Eventbrite. On Eventbrite. Look up. Fuck. You know what? If you watch this, get on Instagram. Get an Instagram. Get an Instagram just for me. Scroll. You don't have to scroll that far. Although it's not a treat if you do scroll all the way down. My Instagram has been fire since the day it started with a squirrel picture. I do need to smoke weed. Watch, I do talk like slower. I've just been editing the video I did yesterday, and there's a part I'm gonna go take a hit. I've been burned today because I was talking about my burn or some shit. I don't remember, or like everyone, like the blessings of the fact that funny not actually being flammable, like the blessings that come with that, because if so, I would have died in a fire by now, and that's not the way I want to go. Not electricity, not fire, not road gore. I want like drugs or like peaceful heart stopping in my sleep, or maybe a jump where I'm like, woo, dead. Maybe not a jump if no, I like the idea that I would regret it at the end. I like the idea that I'd be like, wait, I'm not going to splash in water and be like, bitch, you should have enjoyed life more. Whoops. All your choice. No, okay. No, yes, everything. 11:29 Zudecast. Will it make me less ADD? The weed? Oh, it's so weird. I don't know, you guys. I am just trying to find the perfect combination of everything to make me perfect, and I don't know. What is it? Is it like Ozempic and Adderall and Ambien, then you go back to sleep because you're all hyped up on the Ozempic and the Adderall? I don't know, but I'm trying to be perfect. I don't have Ozempic. That would be crazy. I would definitely take it if I had it. Because I'm fucking crazy, and I would just want to see what happened. I'd be like, could I get skinnier? Yeah, I would also not mind starving to death, and I could handle that pain. 11:29. Oh my gosh, that's way more fun than what I just said. 11:29, the day after Thanksgiving. One of the coolest hangout spots in Sacramento right now. One of the best places producing podcasts. Total Artist Studio. Zudecast is the podcast that has gotten us comics there. That's the podcast that fucks with the funny people. They do a mic every other Saturday. CSSB Studio. It is a, I don't know, maybe City Sound Sacramento Bites. I don't fucking know. It is an acronym that I should remember. It is on me. I'm a piece of shit. But I'm a funny piece of shit. I'll prove it the day after Thanksgiving at Zudecast, where we are doing a, hey, I might talk a lot and I might be a mess, but I'm a good person, and this is I will do free comedy. Fuck yes, I love to do this. If I can afford to do it for free, I will fucking do it for free. I really hope one day that my art, which is comedy, is the one God blessed me with. I really wish I could have been a punk rock like singer. That would have been so badass. Or like have been, I don't know, an artist like that could actually draw something. My handwriting is shit. That would have been so badass. Honestly, I would have taken even like a really good teacher. That would have been like inhumanly badass. I could not believe my mom exists. I don't know, like, I love drugs, but the fact my mom didn't really do them until she retired does say something, because I don't know where this bitch's everything comes from. She just been out here. When she was my age, I was already here, already could talk. Was already just like rattling shit off to her. Alright, there we go going. 11:29, the after Thanksgiving, Zudecast, CSSB Studio. Again, seriously, just go to Willie's Burgers, start shouting, jokes, jokes. We're right next to Willie's Burgers. You don't even have to shout. Just like hang out at Willie's Burgers and look like you're looking for jokes, and I will find you. And I will bring you in. where we are funny, good people. We're messy, but we're funny and good people. My very, very good friend, Kate Costello, is the host and the producer of this show. And it's her first show, and she is going all the fuck out. So, oh man, I will say, this is like an inside thing. Inside tip to our comedy fans, if especially local. If you are a fan of comedy, and especially Sacramento, you've probably been seeing the local artist open up for the traveling artist, and they are fire. If you really want to see a lot of work happen, latch on to like a local artist, or find one of the local artists you like and see the shows that they're producing, because they will be going all out. Like, Dress to Kill is my fucking baby, my baby show. It is all I have, and not all I have, but all I have to worry and take care of sometimes, it feels like. And it is always a good time. Kate's show is going to be absolute fire. After Thanksgiving can always be just like a whirl. I don't know what anyone will have to deal with. Even if you have the most terrific family in the whole world, you probably have eating issues. It just happens to the best of us. But come out to Willie's Burgers. Look like you're looking for jokes. We will find you. Me or Kate or one of the other coms on the show will find you. Or Brody will find you. Adrian Brody. Eli is his real name, but we're doing Adrian Grody is his stage name. Well, we will find you and we will bring you into the studio, and you can watch jokes. And if you feel particularly moved, you could donate to the dogs. The Front Street Animal Shelter, that is a non-put down shelter too. So they will like probably take dogs and cats at their own home. They don't euthanize. They are amazing. And also, if you're really feeling it too, you could donate to comics, which is basically donating to depression, anxiety, autism, humanity. It is comedy that balances tragedy. And then on 12/5, if you're feeling getting high, you come out to Tupi's Coffee and Rooftop Bar, which has been, man, they're like, Sacramento's stacked. We got funny people, we got hot women, we got a lot of style, we got hot men, we got a lot of places, we got hot days, we got hot thems, and we have rooftop fucking coffee in the style of Brazil. And who knew it until me this year that Brazil had such an amazing style of coffee. Like, they put honey in their coffee, and they actually somehow get the honey to not just like sink to the bottom. Like, I actually taste it. And then they have a bar too on the rooftop, which is where I'll be doing jokes. We write jokes in the mornings there. You may have been there one time hearing us talk too loudly because we were writing. But December 5th, Tupi on the rooftop. It is going to be sick. It is going to be very funny. Hey, if you don't like it, jump off the rooftop. No, I'm kidding. Don't ever get Tupi's in trouble. I will kill you. It would be so sad. I love Tupi's. I love Tupi so much. And they're right by where I work, and the coffee is amazing. And then 12/7, now I'm going out of town, but like way out of town, not just Galt, although Friday, come see me in Galt. I'm going back to Chico. Hell yeah, Chico. Sacramento, Reno, specifically the North Bay, like Santa Rosa, Sebastopol, and Petaluma sort of area. And then Chico were like the first three spots that either like I really connected with comics that came down from Sacramento from there, or I went up there because I needed a good Sunday mic at the time, and they were receptive and kind, as comics often are as you get to know them. Everyone's scared the first thing. There's no perfect person. Everyone might be scared at first, but shit, if you're at Willie's the day after Thanksgiving, I will be warm as fuck. I will find you. It is just right next to it. Like seriously, if you park in Willie's parking lot, you'll notice CSSB. You'll be like, oh shit, that's where that thing was? Oh my gosh, all my listeners who aren't here, I wish you were. When I go to your area someday and do jokes, tell me about your cool spots, and I will go there during the day before my shows, and then I will try and get everyone into my shows that I can. I can get you in for free, but I highly recommend supporting the venue. I know they don't really give us money to support. I fucking know. It is one of the things that sucks, is that money is very hard to come by, and it makes it very hard to support art, especially weird art like comedy. I know music is a lot more socially understood. Even acting and sketch is a lot more socially understood, but also a lot more expensive, okay? We are out here just trying to balance tragedy. And, you know, in some ways, comedy is president. I mean, everything is for sure wrestling. And if you're here to be entertained, I also have, if you're here to be entertained, you're in Chico on December 7th, Idea Fab Labs. Go get a coffee at the Perk and then go to Idea Fab Labs so that we can hang out again. I love Chico. I love that college town. I love your college town. My first time I ever did a 15 minutes, which is a really big deal for a comic, and it went really well. I do have it on film, but it's not, so you can't see me because my phone was broken, and at the time I was just mostly trying to film audio. So I mean, I was trying to film everything, but my tripod had broken. So it's my phone leaning against a cup, and then at some point during the video, the phone falls, and then it's just like the ceiling, but you hear my jokes. This is why it's not posted, but I know. And those people, those fine people there at Gnarly Deli that night know that my first 15 minutes they liked quite a lot. And it was so flattering because I was only in my second, no, it might have been my first January. It was my first January of comedy. I had started in March, so I was almost at a year, but I got to do my first 15 before a year. And I don't think it would have gone as well anywhere but the place that I got to do it, which was the Gnarly Deli, which has passed on. Chico's still funny. The people who run Gnarly Deli still amazing, or who ran it still amazing. It'll always live as a legend to me. First 15 minutes in Chico. And I mean, like, just people were laughing everywhere they should have. I opened for Robert Barry. That was another honor. Yeah. You know what? I get to enjoy that, and I'm looking forward to the more enjoyable things too. Again, Chico, let's do it again. 12/7, December 7th. Let's have fun together again. I love you guys. All right, so I'm gonna do my book now because I did my sticky note. I am playing Family Comic Bingo today. One of my favorite places in the whole world. Literally one of my die happy places. Literally. Like, if someone is going to shoot a Blast Unlimited, just shoot me and no one else. Just get me real quick because I am definitely happy when I'm in there. Probably would never have been the person I am if I didn't go into that building. All right, so I'm finishing the least and most favorites, and I'm answering the way I want. So, who knows? Who knows? My least and most favorite bird. Oh, shit. Never really thought about it. I like a crow. I like a crow. I have a good friend, GBO, George Brett Olson. He communicates with crows. It is not a lie. He got crows to circle above the Laugh Factory in LA. So he's like a goddamn Disney princess. So that makes me like crows a lot more, even though I got dive bombed by crows when I was a kid. Not a kid. Well, yeah, I was a kid. I was like 16, but I was hot enough to get like hollered at. And I think the crows dive bombed me because my hair was so pretty and shiny, and they wanted to give it as a gift to someone. But we've since made up for it. They were they were like, they were fans. They were fans of us weirdos from Sacramento for sure. I also like those little like birds that have the like, they're just like thread legs, and they run on the seashore. I don't even know what those things are, but they're funny because when I see them run, I have this idea in my head where they just go like dee 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 dee. Their little skinny legs. Um, Birds I don't like. Well, as I've said before, I don't want any bad blood with geese. It's why I'm particularly fans of firm mattresses and firm pillows. I am not trying to have any bad blood with geese. I was marked as a child in a stroller when my mom got afraid of geese and left me, and we had to lock eyes, and they were like, "We're not going to hurt you now, but someday, baby, when you grow up." Just try not to remind them of that or fuck with them. I like a bald eagle because it's American and it's not actually bald. I like a turkey, but I'm almost more afraid of a turkey than a goose. They get to do whatever the fuck they want in my neighborhood, which if you saw 2 episodes ago. You know how well armed this neighborhood is. Least and most favorite cartoon. I am a South Park baby. I grew, well, like I was so young, like when South Park was coming out, it was definitely one of those things that like moms would be like, "Oh, don't watch this," which obviously means like, "Oh my God, let's watch this." And I had cool cousins. To this day, I find South Park funny. It's as called out as I felt by that article, which was some, I don't know, person's fucking opinion. By the way, that's what articles are. They are people's opinions. So someone's fucking opinion about how the generation that grew up with South Park is like, he said called them South Park nihilists, but I think nihilist in love would be a better term. It's just very aware that everything is ridiculous. Again, comedy is president. Everything is ridiculous except for love. And even that is like a bunch of laughter too. What, you just want to wallow in tragedy? You just want everything to fucking matter? I'm also a big fan of Family Guy and the Family Guy South Park thing. It's no comparison. They're just too different. There's two different things. But huge crush on Seth MacFarlane. All right, I don't even have a least because I wouldn't even be aware of it. I wouldn't have ever watched my least favorite cartoon. Least or most favorite fruit. So actually, I'll start with least on this one, just because it's a unique experience, and that is the kiwi. Had lots of fruits. Scientists, if you're watching this and you're on any ends on making fruit without seeds, thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your creation. I love fruit without seeds. I was talking with one of my favorite coworkers that works in the mailroom about how dope seedless mangoes would be, just like on Tuesday. Most dope. Uh, so, but mangoes are delicious and they're worthy of eating around the seed. There is a fruit that I will admit is quite tasty, but not worth it to me to eat around the seeds, and that is a kiwi. And I think it's because when I was like in first grade or something, someone told me the kiwi seeds were ants. As I've mentioned previously, not a fan of ants, kind of scared of them. So I'm gonna go with kiwi because it tastes so good and the seeds are so ew. And then my favorite fruit is like everything. It'll definitely be seedless mangoes when they figure that shit out. Least and most favorite fast food item. Oh man, we're about to get into a whole thing on Taco Bell. Nope. And this is the first ever time you've ever listened to this. I had a breakup with Taco Bell. We were madly in love. It was really sad. Um, but I'll just go into something new. Uh, the sourdough jack, the thing, I think I've said this before. Seriously, just like cheese, meat, bacon, and mayonnaise or something. I think that's cool. I haven't had it in a long time, but I have a good imagination. What I'm eating right now for favorite and least fast food item. Oh, you really can't ask me least and favorite fast food item or at least in favorite food item and really get an accurate answer if I'm to answer right now. I'm gonna have to really reflect and then dig past my disorders and drag up what I think I might enjoy again with Jesus someday. Because it's hard to enjoy something when you know that it's about to be paired with a big heaping pile of guilt and self hate. You can put it in your body, but like, why? And none of it matters. You just have to eat something. Get back to me when I'm coming up, and I don't know. My least and most favorite film sequel. Ooh, good. Okay, Shrek 2, fucking hilarious. How is Shrek, like, Shrek 2 is as good as Shrek 1. Oh man, the cat, you got Antonio Banderas, just excellent, excellent. Shrek 3, unmemorable, but Shrek 1 and 2 fucking killed it. And I don't even think that's the only one that has a sequel that's good too. I like the way that Evil. I'm not even going to do at least a sequel because obviously all sequels are like usually crap, or to some degree they are like compared to their. But I would say Shrek 2 rivals, and then equals or rivals, and then the other one, The Evil Dead. The sequel, The Evil Dead 2. So The Evil Dead was like legit freaky. One of the freakiest scenes for a horror movie for me is the one where she's singing when they have the friend locked up in the cellar and she's like singing and doing the little creepy hand thing. I watched that so high and I was like, oh, this is like, oh, I was so glad I wasn't alone. I watched it with friends. Oh, no, but I actually watched it with an ex, but I watched it with an ex and it would have been very high and it would have been so much worse if I had been alone. Oh, such a cool movie. Bruce Campbell's a really cool dude too. He's really friendly with fans. Um, so Evil Dead, and then Evil Dead 2. It's like so like because Evil Dead 1 is legit creepy. Like eerie, like heebie-jeebies, like that. I watch so many horror movies, and I'm not even saying the whole movie, but there will be scenes that stick with you. Like It Follows, that whole movie, fucking heebie-jeebie. Hereditary could have sucked my dick. I could like I'm not afraid at all of Hereditary. Like I'm sorry, you're gonna have to be a lot shorter if you want me afraid. Stop dragging on time. I will rewind and rewatch the scary scenes of Hereditary just to get my money's worth from a scary movie. Sorry, but and like Midsummer, the same thing. It wasn't like heebie-jeebie. I mean, like it was like it's still scary, but like things where I'm like, there is something fucked up in that. It Follows, all of It Follows, terrifying. Like Cabin in the Woods, a fantastic movie, not necessarily scary. But that one scene in Evil Dead. So Evil Dead is a legit horror movie. Evil Dead 2 is kind of like more of a campy cult thing. It was like Sam Raimi's the director. Oh yeah, Sam Raimi, fire. Of course, Sam Raimi's the director. He went full camp in the second one. It's like, I enjoy this, so I'm going to keep doing this. And then in the third one, it's like Back to the Future. They're all sitting in the like the Midwest, the medieval times. They're in the Midwest medieval times. Back to the Future meets Evil Dead 3 would actually be so fucking sick. This is why we need money for sketch comedy. Stand up comedy is what you do when you're funny and you wanna like do a like you wanna make money with comedy so that it balances the tragedy in the world, but like you don't have the time to edit and the money to continue to buy certain subscriptions, or again even the time to edit. But an Evil Dead 3 meets Back to the Future 3, right? Where they're going, yeah, Back to the Future 3 meets Evil Dead 3, where it's like the medieval West. Brilliant. Just come to my shows. You don't have to buy tickets. It'll all work itself out. Or we'll die. Either way. Both sound good. I don't want you to die first, though. I really hope it's me. Uh-oh, new page. Oh, we're gonna have a whole page on superstitions. This thing loves asking superstition questions. Do you believe that someone who cuts bread in an uneven manner has recently been lying? Oh my God. Who is not buying pre-sliced bread? You are a fucking liar, obviously. Yeah, that's okay though. There's You're just baking your own loaf. All right. It's been fun. I need to smoke weed. I might change. Okay. I might get more manic if I don't smoke weed. But I am like more quiet, anxious, and dumb when I smoke weed, I feel like. But only I can say I'm dumb. If someone else said I was dumb, I'd be like, fuck you. Let's go play some trivia. What's the square root of pi? Nothing. You don't cut pie into squares. Or bake it into squares. Alright, I am done. Wait, no, I was gonna do lip gloss, which is in my backpack with my vape pen. Oh my gosh, it all works out. That's the way it goes sometimes. I'm gonna go get my lip gloss and then replace it for other lip gloss that I want to wear today, and also get my vape pen. Because I didn't finish packing out my backpack today because I was too busy editing, because I have no fucking idea how to do what is there's so much. Like, it can't just be me. It literally can't just be me. But it has to be just me because everyone else is doing it right. I'm the only one struggling, it feels like a lot of the time. But it can't be true. I can't be the only one. Otherwise, all you fuckers learned how to pause time, and someone needs to tell me because I hate being out of the fucking loop. Seriously. All you goddamn time pausing motherfuckers is why I have to smoke weed, even though it makes me eat too much and gives me a slight anxiety. It doesn't really make me eat too much. It just makes me eat. Otherwise, it's like I could go days. It's a blessing. It feels weird that it's like not, because I always thought it was. And the first time I smoked weed was like my first weekend after an eating disorder treatment thing. My girl Mary Jane. Again, follow me on Instagram. I have some clips posted, not from when I headlined Punchline, although that really happened in February of this year, but from when I got to be on the Punchline showcase, which was actually kind of more legit. Like, they both were super duper legit, but my phone wasn't broken, and the film, like, it was like an exact opposite of like where the one before. Oh man, and I know I was funny too, and I had a lot of really cool people come out, and it was like really special because like one of my I had a coworker, because I work on the phones. I had a coworker who I'd always talk to on the phones, and he would always be like, when I retire, I'm going to come out to your comedy show. And then he and his wife came out to when I headlined Punchline in February. But my clips are from this September when I was on the showcase, and yeah, I'll say I don't have anything on the calendar, but the things I already read in terms of mainline Punchline. But Dress to Kill, the callback bar is like, it's like our belly room in Sacramento. Dress to Kill has a 12/19 date and a 1/12 date. Both are going to be so much fun. Come to both. You won't regret. There'll be different people. I'll be the same. I'll say different jokes. I have like, I have what I'm pretty damn sure is a fire 2 hours, one clean, one not, and then all together like 3 hours of written stuff that I'm just like trying to piece into little 5s and 7s, and if I'm lucky, 12s and 15s until I figure out what is funny and I get on these fucking cruise ships. So even if you're someone that's not, I'm going to get a passport too someday. So all you people whose comments I have to translate, I love you too. Hell yeah. I'm going to probably have to use a translator when I get there, but I'm going to get there one of these days. And I will still be cute. Because I don't know what I'm doing over here. I have no idea, but I will say one thing I'm not doing is aging. Okie dokie. That weed is dope. Dope, dope. And you guys are too. Most dope. You're most dope for living and most dope for existing. I am so curious about how the comments in different languages respond to what I'm saying. So it's like, you know what my video was about. Like, so you speak English and you're writing back to me. I like that. You guys are perfect. Most dope weirdos. The best kind of living to have. Even though I know it's really, really hard. Sometimes the hardest kind of living to be. Thank you for loving. All right. I want to put on my glasses for this last part so I can see clearly now once my glasses are on. All right, stay creative, cunts.